Hello, everybody. Welcome to New Member Welcome. I'm Janelle Best. I'm president of the Howell Area Chamber of Commerce. And thank you for tuning in to our New Member Welcome presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up on my screen here so you can see, and we'll go through all of the different values you can access through your chamber membership and help you better understand the mission of the chamber and how that is set. So I'm going to start by introducing our chamber staff. There's myself. Diane Samples is our membership development director, and she's been with the chamber for just over a year. And then Colleen Monroe is our farmers market manager. So you'll see Colleen pretty much every Sunday at the farmers market from the beginning of May all the way through the end of October. I've been with the chamber for 2 years. I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary back in October, and I'm going on my 3rd year as president here. This is our executive board of directors. Our executive board is made up of 5 members from our board of directors, and they include the board chair, which is Ashley Prue. Candy Jones-Gearin is our immediate past chair with Web World Advantage. Alan Chavella is our incoming vice chair, and Alan was just previously with Asahi Kasai Plastics of North America, and it has a strong background in the manufacturing sector. He recently announced his transition to Aludyne, located right here in Howell. John O'Malley is the CEO of St. Joseph Mercy Livingston, and he is our secretary. And then Catherine Daniel with Morgan Stanley is our treasurer. Our board is made up of 15 members, and this is our 2020 board of directors. Renee Chitkowski with the Great Foodini. I know that you've probably got some familiar faces on here. These individuals tend to be individuals that are very engaged and involved in our community and surrounding area, as well as owning prominent companies in the area that are really well known as well. So Renee Chitkowski, I started mentioning her. She is the committee chair of our Path Forward committee. Renee has appointed several members of this committee that are part of our board to really track the next steps for our chamber and our business community right here in Howell. So this committee came together in the spring of this year and has since hosted and engaged with roughly 70 members and community stakeholders in small group sessions to ask them how we can better serve them, ask them what are the greatest challenges they're facing, what keeps them up at night. And we're really excited. We just completed those focus groups. They were completed over a 2-week period, and then we're now compiling the data. Those focus groups took place in October, and we plan to release some of our findings in early 2021 and really establish the core and the main focuses of what the chamber can do to help our members in 2021. These are our ambassadors. Our ambassadors are our welcoming arm of the chamber. They are our eyes and ears. We rely on them to help our new members, especially, become acquainted with the community, become acquainted with the chamber, help them make connections, look for the connections and those strategic referral partnerships, and help those members make them. So we have Deanna with Heartland Insurance, Kelly Albrandt, Kim Minnis, a lot of these ambassadors, Kim Bennett, they're fabulous. You can see them at many of our events that we host, including ribbon cuttings, and they're typically accessible to you all the time to help you make the most of your chamber membership. So the mission of the chamber is to be a catalyst for a vital business environment and an exceptional community. So that means everything that we do here in the chamber falls underneath that mission, and how we accomplish that mission is basically divided into 4 lines of service, or business, I'm sorry. Member services, advocacy, economic development, and community improvement. So I'm going to go over each line of business in our presentation today and what we do under each line of the business to help us meet our mission. So under member services, we offer several networking activities. Of course, this looks a little bit different with the era of the pandemic and COVID-19. However, we are still offering several programs virtually. Typically, we would offer We Are Livingston program. This program would run beginning in January all the way through May, and it would meet once a month in the morning with a full breakfast. And then it would reconvene again in the fall. These programs feature high level quality speakers, and they're based on hot topics. So we've done ones on cybersecurity. We did the changing landscape of education and what that looks like for Livingston County. And boy, does it look a lot different now. But those were some of the things that we focus on. We also do several business after hours throughout the year, and we'll be doing some of those virtually as we move into 2021 until we can meet in person again. We have a business to business expo. Networking at noon, we've done this virtually and in person. This is where we invite members to come out and have lunch with us, have lunch at a member business. So it's a great way to patronize the business, but to also get to know your fellow chamber members. It's a very relaxed setting and it can be a lot of fun. So we've actually done this virtually as well, where we invite you to a Zoom meeting and you can come and bring your lunch and we just network and talk about more of the lighthearted stuff. Because we all know people do business with people they know, like, and trust. We also have an annual Business and Brewskis event. This is a program of our Howell Young Professionals. And we have a Howell Young Professionals group. So they continue to meet virtually and in person. They've hosted actually several events this year, including one in-person event. It was a fundraiser, road rally for the Fantasy of Lights event, and that went off great. I actually think we're going to turn it into an annual event. So our Howell Young Professionals is a great way to get involved and network with young professionals. We say that you could be young in your career. It's not necessarily an age limit. And we encourage all of our members to attend, because what we want to do is really allow for meaningful connections to take place. And sometimes those connections and that learning takes place through more seasoned professionals. But you can also, like I said, be young in your career. They meet once a month and the schedule is typically posted on the chamber page. We also have new member welcome. This is done virtually and in person currently, and I encourage everybody to come to New Member Welcome more than just once. Come as many times as you can. Come every time it's offered if you'd like. This is a great way to meet other business professionals, to learn about things that are happening at the chamber. As you can see, we are ever evolving and ever changing to meet the needs of our members. So you always walk away with something new. If not, you'll have at least an opportunity to meet new people. So we also offer referral groups. I believe we have 3 referral groups that meet about twice a month each. And if you'd like to learn more about these referral groups that are currently meeting virtually, you can email Diane and she can start to help you make the introductions with some of our group leaders. And then we host an annual dinner and Citizen of the Year event every year. This is one of my favorite events that we host at the chamber. It's really a celebration of our members, our community, and the successes of the organization, which wouldn't be possible without all of you. This will be held virtually in 2021. We will be recognizing a new Citizen of the Year and honoring some of our members with awards, including Ambassador of the Year and a few others as well. So we're really looking forward to that production, and it will be happening. Typically, this event takes place at the end of January. The event will actually go live on February 11th. We also run an Art at the Chamber program. The Art at the Chamber program works with local artists to come in and hang their artwork within our building. And then we've hosted several virtual and in-person seminars and workshops throughout the year as well. Think HR is a new member benefit that we've recently rolled out. This was in response to COVID-19 and really allows our members access to great HR resources. So this is an online tool you'll receive if you're enrolled in the program. You'll receive a login and password that's specific to your company. This is in partnership with Grace and Porta Benefits. And it's your risk management tool. This is your HR all in one spot. It can be your entire HR department. It's amazing. The Living Handbook is available and accessible online when new compliance or legislation is introduced that applies to human resources. That automatically is sends an alert to your handbook, and you can go in, you can review it and then approve it and then redistribute it to all your employees. So you're making sure that you're always in compliance. And then several training resources. So there's also, like sexual harassment trainings on here, employing discrimination trainings, CEC trainings. So, and then it gives you access to all of the experts. So you'll have access to experts. So if you can't find what you're looking for in here, I guarantee you it's there. It's just such a robust tool that sometimes it's challenging to find. So you can go straight to the expert and ask them. And then along with that, you will get tools, forms, and templates. So it truly is a great tool. And if you're looking for more information on that, please reach out. Now, this is Member Marketing Advantage. This is a brand new program that we've actually rolled out about 2 weeks ago. We're saying that this is the answer to all of your marketing needs, and it allows for our members to have a high impact at a very low cost. And this is a Howell Chamber member exclusive. So through this program, you'll receive a 12-month radio campaign, digital campaign, and social media campaign. The radio campaign, you're going to have a 10-minute interview. This content is going to be recorded, and you will have access to the content for your use. So it can be posted on your website, on your social media as well. And you'll also receive promotion in the week leading up to your recording that is actually aired on WHMI 15 times throughout that week, stating that you will be on our chamber show. Our digital campaign is actually a digital TV campaign. So we will create an ad for you. There is a small extra fee to have that done, about $75, I believe. And then you'll have 29,411 shared impressions per month towards a very targeted audience in Livingston County. With the social media campaign, you'll receive 2.3 thousand to 6.5 thousand shared impressions per day. The ads are all created for you, and they'll be on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and they're targeted also to a specific audience. From what I understand, these ads are not skippable, so they will be seeing your ads. It's a great co-branding opportunity with the Howell Chamber. As I mentioned, this is exclusive to the Howell Chamber. Additionally, back to the radio component for just a minute, WHMI is also carving out a special page on their website for our members. So they'll have a special section or tab on their website that highlights what's happening at the chamber and links directly back to your membership directory as well. Now, this is huge because WHMI is really the source in Livingston County for news at this point. Their page receives about 900,000 to 1 million hits per month. So that's a lot for increasing your SEO. Also, I mentioned the co-branding piece, but what I really wanted to hit on too was the platform. So we designed this program in a way that's going to be affordable for really everyone. But the key thinking behind it was, how do we give our members a platform to align with the community and talk about all of the things that they're doing and get the word out about the great things that they have to offer. And what we want to do is really amplify the business community right here in our area. So in an era where there's really no in-person events allowed, this package is allowing us to do that. So it's allowing you to do that. And we're really excited about it. We're actually going to be we have some informational sessions. We have a recording of this on our website as well that goes into a deeper dive of all the things you can access through this program. Advocacy is another line of business. We are a voice of business for our members. We recently formed the Livingston County Chamber Alliance. This is an alliance with the Heartland and the Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce. We've done several programs under this alliance and are continuing to work well together to bring better resources to our members and have a stronger voice for Livingston County. Our Howell Synergy program is something that we also collaborated on this year. We partnered with the DDA and Howell Main Street, along with the city and the Livingston County Convention and Visitors Bureau, to launch a cash mob in Howell. So we were able to obtain some funding from some very generous partners, and we infused $20,000 back into our community over the course of several weeks. So these gift cards were given out each week. We gave away small increments of gift cards and encouraged people to go shop and spend locally because we know that our businesses need support now more than ever. We also launched the Love Live Co campaign in partnership with our Livingston County Chamber Alliance and the Livingston County Convention and Visitors Bureau and Ann Arbor Spark, which is our economic development organization right here in Livingston County. And through this, we're raising funds we've established a small business assistance fund. And through the sales of Love Livingston County swag, we're actually taking the proceeds and putting them into that fund to grant businesses impacted by COVID-19 funds to support them. So we are in the middle of a campaign right now. It should be closing fairly soon. We've been able to secure a very generous donation. Ann Arbor Spark was able to secure the donation for this program of $15,000. So we know we will be able to gift away some grants, but this has been a really wonderful collaboration and a great way to give back to our partners here in Livingston County. We are a partner in Leadership Livingston, a champion for the Latson Road Interchange, a voice for funding of early childhood education. And we have programs that host several elected officials all year round to make sure that you have access and you have a voice. Additionally, we are very involved and engaged on the Transportation Steering Committee Coalition to see what we can do to bring public transportation and access to transportation to our county and our region. Economic development. We work very closely with our partners at SCORE, with the Livingston County Small Business Development Center. We have partnerships and work very closely with Howell Main Street and the DDA, including partners with Ann Arbor Spark. And we hold a seat, the Chamber holds a seat on the Economic Development Council of Livingston County. And we also have a partnership with Cleary University for significant tuition discounts. And we're also looking at amplifying that program, taking it one step further to look to connect our businesses with interns at Cleary University as well. As we look at community improvement, some of these events we weren't able to do this year, and we hope that we can host in 2021. Only time will tell. We want to make sure that we are putting our community first, and the safety is definitely first and foremost when it comes to our community. So if we're hosting an event, we want to make sure that it is as safe as possible for our members and our community. The Michigan Challenge Balloon Fest is truly a signature event of our region and the signature event of the Howell Chamber. This is an outstanding event. Whether you are interested in volunteering, attending, sponsoring, I strongly encourage you to get involved because there's nothing quite like ballooning, especially in Howell, Michigan. We also have the annual dinner celebration. The annual dinner celebration takes place once a year and typically in January, but we'll be holding this virtually this year in February. The go live date is slated for February 11th and more details are to come. We will move forward with hosting our Sundays farmers markets. These take place on every Sunday, starting the first weekend in May and going all the way through the last weekend in October. It's an absolutely fabulous market that takes place on State Street. You can see a picture of it right here in the presentation. We host a Taste of Livingston. We also have 3 programs listed up here that are through our foundation. So we also have a 501c3 foundation tied to the chamber. And through the foundation, we run a few different programs, including our Margaret Starkey Scholarship. Our Margaret Starkey Scholarship is awarded to individuals once a year who are really looking to better themselves. Maybe this is somebody who didn't receive any type of post-secondary education and is looking to go back to get their degree or looking to receive some sort of certification. This program will, this scholarship will help get them there. So this program is funded by our members, but it's also funded by generous donations, and our members are the ones that are nominating individuals for the scholarships as well. So if you have an employee that, wow, they're a really hard worker and they're looking for opportunities for continuing education, this is a scholarship that they could qualify for. And typically the scholarship deadline is sometime in April. So we'll release the scholarship in about February. It's open, and then in April, the committee meets, selects the recipients, and in June, the recipients are announced. We also host the Fantasy of Lights Parade. This parade typically draws 35,000 people to our downtown area, which we were unable to have this year. However, we did transition the event to the Light Up Howell event and have been working with some fabulous event partners at Howell Parks and Recreation. And we are very excited. We launched the program last weekend and have gotten a lot of positive feedback. So the program pivot is that we brought the parade to you. So the parade is stationary and we're asking that cars drive through. So we've asked float participants to line the Schofield City Park, and we've hired light crews and professional lighting displays and brought those in to really create a light up experience. And then we also run the Livingston Veterans Memorial. So this is the memorial right outside of the Livingston County Courthouse. The brick pavers and everything that you see there, that is, we administer that program. So you can come to the chamber and fill out a piece of paper of what you want on the brick. We actually have the brick made up and then have the brick installed. So as far as committee involvement, we pretty much have committee opportunities for every large scale event that we do, and they're listed here. Now this of course is dependent on if the event can be held or not, but this year we've had several committees that still continue to meet, have talked about opportunities for pivoting in some of our events. So we are very excited to be working with the Fantasy of Lights Committee again, who was instrumental in the pivoting of the Light Up Howell event. So again, I strongly encourage you, if you cannot do anything else, to at least volunteer, sit in on one of our committees. There's a ton of opportunity, and this is really where the connections happen. This is where you really get to know people, and the real referrals start to take place, because it becomes much more meaningful at this point. So we also have a market resource center, and this is really what I would like to refer to. I think a better name for it is the member information center. This is the login portal and where we encourage members to do business with other members. And this is what you see when you go to howell.org. So once you go to howell.org, you'll see a little login at the top of the screen. Once you're signed up as a member, you will have a login and password, and you can go in and you can update your listing. Make sure you're utilizing this. This is a huge, huge benefit to chamber members. You can list member to member discounts for other members. And Diane, who's also with the Howell Chamber, was stating, if you offer a free consultation, put this in there as a member to member deal. It makes a lot of sense, and it's going to give you that much more visibility, and members are going to be more likely to work with you because they're seeing you more often. So, and then also you can enter what's called hot deals. So these are more of a short-term type of deal. So if you're running a special or holiday specials through the month of December, make sure you're going in and posting that to our member information center. These hot deals are also going to be blasted out on our social media and on the chamber website as well. In the membership directory and community guide, we list a market resource, and then there are a variety of online resources to help your business gain exposure through our member information center portal. Make sure that it's up to date. Make sure that you have your maps on there, your logos, your pictures. All of that stuff is just going to increase your SEO. Make sure you're putting in your keyword searches, and help you gain a lot more traction and visibility. So, and those are all things that are included with your chamber membership. One other thing I want to touch on really quickly is we do have a weekly Chamber Advantage newsletter that goes out. And in this newsletter, we have a member corner. And in the member corner, we like to feature newsworthy information about our members. So I say newsworthy. So any type of press release that you have, if you're hosting a free event, make sure that you're sending me that information so I can add it into the member corner. You also have a place in the back end, once you log into your member information center, that you can post member news. So if you can also share your press releases there as well. We love, obviously, all of our members, and we want to make sure that we're bragging about them. So it can be a very quick, very short press release, but if you win an award or anything, we just want the quick who, what, when, where, why, some pictures, and we can plug it into our Chamber Advantage very quickly. And it's a great opportunity to recognize our members and for our members to be recognized amongst our business community. So that really concludes our new member welcome presentation. I'm going to pop over to our website opportunities portion of this and let me get started here on page 1. And just kind of quickly go over what the portal looks like. This is when you log in on the back end through the Member Information Center portal, because this is really what's going to be beneficial for you. So through this portal, you're going to see your information center. So this is what it looks like when you log in. You're going to see right here in the highlighted yellow portion what's new, and then you can filter this. So in that filter drop down, you can filter into look at just hot deals, to look at event information, to look at just regular updates from our members. Then you're going to see your navigation tabs. So you have your shortcuts listed on the left, and your other buttons on the top. So here is where you want to make sure that you're filling out your profile and your company information. There's a couple of different ways to get through to this, as you can see. I think under account settings and then company is where you would go to get to your profile summary. You'll also see that they're going to give you an overall profile completion percentage. So with that completion percentage, you want to make sure you can get that as close to 100% as possible. Here is the profile summary. So it talks about your organization information, and you'll see right there. So right there, the website is broken. So you want to make sure to go in there and get your website updated. And then you'll see all these other areas and map pin information. So point of interest category or point of interest subcategory is missing from this map pin information. So that can all be found under profile summary. Organization information. So then you can go into each of these and make sure you're entering and updating the information. You can also add employees. So then once you add your employees in, this is kind of what it's going to look like. So here's employee profile for Shaniqua Davis. And you can add the profile, the photo, the group's interests. And then I believe once we get here, it's going to ask you if you want this on the online public directory or just in the member information directory or both. So you can select that under preferences. And then under website information, it's going to talk about your web page content. So this is what it's going to look like. You want to make sure that you're on your directory listing and make sure your website is up to date, your email with whoever you want on it, your social networks. Fill this out as complete as possible, including your keywords. I believe there is a keyword section here, and think about this strategically, and this is going to increase your SEO. So think about who your competitors are, enter them into the keyword search. So that way when somebody goes online and they Google company XYZ, you're also going to come up. Hot deals or member deals. So we talked a little bit about these, and the hot deals are more of the short term, the member to member are more of like something that you offer on more of a consistent long-term basis. And then this kind of walks you through just how to enter those and what they look like. So this is what a hot deal is going to look like. And then this is how you create it. So I think pick up right over here. And you'll see it says add hot deal and manage hot deals. So you can add a new one and you can manage existing ones. You definitely want to make sure that you have a title, a tagline, and a category selected for these. Short description is great. Again, the more complete this portion is, the better traction you're likely to see. And then of course, pictures, logos, you're much more likely to look at something if there's a picture associated or a logo associated, or there's a face. So even think maybe just it's your headshot. But again, people might say, oh, I recognize so-and-so, and click on it. So make sure that you offer a start and end date, and then you can save it as a draft. So if you need to walk away for a minute, please feel free to do so. And it will save, just remember to save it, and then you can come back in and manage it. And then once you submit it, it will go directly to Diane and I, and we'll get a notification on our end, and we will go in, make sure that everything is filled out appropriately, and go ahead and approve it. And then events, when you do events, it's going to walk you through the same process. So That is our website opportunities portion. We also have our social media toolkit. So our social media toolkit just quickly walks you through how to make howl.org work for you. I've reviewed several of the different opportunities already. And then Member Information Center. We cannot stress enough how important the Member Information Center is. It is really just a great tool for any type of member and has a tremendous amount of value for your annual dues rate. So I hope that you found this presentation beneficial and informative. And if you have any other questions about your membership or any ideas or thoughts, please feel free to reach out to myself or Diane. You know where to find us. Thanks so much.